Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing The High Republic, The Blade, Issue 3, which was written by Charles Soule with art by Marco Casiello and Jethro Morales, and it came out on March 1st, 2023, which I thought it was another solid issue. We do learn some more stuff about the princess from Bethune and what the whole ordeal there is. I do wish the pace was maybe picked up a little bit in the issue, but I still enjoyed what we got in it. But it starts with Porter and Barash with the Firevale Prince Colden atop the wall surrounding the city, as we see the Bethunians' mercenary army preparing for battle, which the Jedi ask the prince, about their defenses, which this Firevale colonel tells them that the wall has a built-in weak point, which is the gate. So, it's just a matter of time till they break through. But that's the only way they're going to, as their anti-air array still works. So they won't be able to kind of fly any ships overhead. But no matter what, they don't have much time. So Barash tells Porter to go speak with the Bethunians and get them to agree to a ceasefire, at least while she tries to find the truth about everything going on, which upsets Colden as he thinks she's calling him a liar. But Barash tells him that she believes him, but she needs to be certain, which we then see Porter jump down the wall and then easily block all of the mercenary army's attacks on him, and gets them to stop, as he says, he just wants to talk, which they let him, as the leaders of the army, Tozin and General Viss, appear. And so Porter tells them what's up and how Barash wants to find and speak with their princess, and he says he believes that they can get this resolved peacefully, which General Viss scoffs at that, and Porter and her kind of mouth off at each other. But Tozin agrees to a ceasefire, which Porter thanks him for, saving lives. And he agrees to stay in their camp until everything gets resolved. But we then see Barash speaking with Colden and the Queen, Kieran, which the Queen believes the Jedi have just made things worse by being there. But Barash says that the attacks will stop soon, and it does, because of the agreement Porter made. But they then get to speaking, which the Queen isn't happy about any of it, and believes Colden's love with the Bethunian princess is just foolish, and she kind of blames him for putting her people in danger. But after Barash brings up that the Bethunians claim the princess was kidnapped, the Queen says that they're just saying that to save face, as it's an embarrassment for their people that their heir would leave and fall in love with someone from Firevale, which then Barash asks to speak with the princess herself, which Colden doesn't want any of that, saying he won't let her interrogate her. But she then walks in and says she'll speak with the Jedi and tell them the truth, which you learn that her name is Sisatra, which we then see her and Barash speak privately, where she explains the reason she came to Firevale, which was because her people would have never accepted a king from Firevale. Some of the reason why is because Firevale isn't very generous with the Bodraxi crystals they possess. So the people of Bethune have some resentment for the people of Firevale. But Barash then asks her why they didn't take the time and discuss with leaders of both cities and all that, which Sisatra says they didn't have the time because she's pregnant, and if her people wouldn't accept Colden, they definitely won't accept her child, and would most likely separate her from the child, which Barash does bring up Irem and Arano, and the conflict there and how that was somewhat resolved. But Sisatra says her world isn't like theirs, and that they are the planet of knives, and that choices cut. Which after that conversation, Barash calls up Porter and tells him that this situation is all wrong and tells Porter to convince the Bethunians to go back to their city and forget about everything, which he tries to do that, but none of that matters as we see General Viss and Tozin planning their attack, which first are planning to take out the Jedi, which they say it's easier to take out one than two, and if you take out one, more will come, but Gansevoor isn't in the Republic comms network, so they can take out one without more coming. And so we see General Viss fire a rocket at Porter, and they start attacking the city again. As we see Barash speaking with Colden, who reiterates that the city's defenses won't hold, which, Barash says she knows, but Porter Ingalls can, as we see that he survived the explosion from the rocket launcher, and he pulls out his lightsaber, saying, "Fine, we'll do it this way." And that's where the issue ends. But like the previous two issues, there was another flashback scene, this time set 15 years beforehand at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, which in the flashback from last issue, we see both of them kind of get split up. And so in this flashback, we see them reunite as the Jedi Order determined that the both of them must stick together as they kind of need each other. And so I thought it was a nice moment. But we see Barash talk about how she was a little older than usual when she was taken by the Jedi, and then also that she's a Cage, and Cages remember pretty much everything from birth, so she remembers her biological family, so her parents and siblings, and knows what it's like to have those. And so she asks Porter to be her brother, which he responds by saying he doesn't know much about being a brother, but promises her that he'll learn how to become one, and calls her sister. So I thought that was a nice moment. But like I said, I thought it was another solid issue. I liked learning more about the princess in that whole ordeal, even though I feel like the full truth, wasn't said and they're hiding something more. I just kind of feel like that. I'm not fully sure though. But obviously there's only now one issue left. I will say so far I'm not fully invested into the conflict between Bethune and Firevale and all that. I don't dislike it, but just not really that invested into it. I do like Porter and Barash though, and I'm kind of just more interested to see how they deal with everything in the final issue, more so than how everything goes with the prince and princess and the people of Firevale and Bethune and whatnot. Not as invested into that as I am in the Jedi characters. So yeah, but my grade for this issue is going to be a B. Anyways, that'll be it for this one. My next High Republic review will be issue 6 of the Phase 2 Marvel series. So you can check that out then, but in the meantime, check out all my other videos and everything else to do. But I've been Star Wars Review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.